Water flow is what it is. It's water flow. It's the water flowing around your aquarium. It's very important because as you feed your fish, as an example, that food, if they don't eat it, is going to sink to the bottom and just sit in the sand bed. Now, you've got flow coming from your power heads. And a power head is those black things you see on the glass that spin the propellers really fast and it blows the water around, right? Current. You want to have this for many reasons. For one, the fish like it because it's like their home in the ocean. There's water currents everywhere. The fish like to swim up against those power heads to get exercise. They like to go up against the current. Also, very important for that water flow to happen, that food that I said is sitting on the bottom of the sand. If it sits on the bottom of the sand and your cleanup crew, meaning your shrimp or your crabs, whatever you have down there, they don't eat it, more than likely they will. But you don't want it to sit down there in the sand and rot. So you want that current to pick it up and bring it into your filtration, over your overflows, down into your sump, and it gets taken away by your protein skimmer or your sump sock or your rotter tube, whatever you're using, foam blocks, to get that stuff out of there. By the way, you have to clean your mechanical filtration at least once a week. Sump socks, 3 days. Every 3 days. That's why I got rid of that stuff. You want this current to be strong. You don't want to have any dead spots in your tank. Dead spots are where there's no flow, and the particles just kind of hang out and float around. This could be in the corner of your tanks, right? This could be in the back of your rock. That's why I don't like to have rock leaning up against the back of my glass. I have all my rock in the center of the tank so the flow can go in the front of, bounce off the glass, and in the back of. So you have to adjust your flow accordingly because you don't want to blast your corals out. They don't like that. And you want to have enough for the fish, and you want to have a clear shot from one end of your tank to the other. Now, in my 125 gallon, I've got a Vortech MP40, and I absolutely love these things. They're programmable. Like if you put a regular power head on your glass and you plug it in, it's just going to spin. And it's just going to spin at one speed, and you're done. The MP40s are pricey, like $350 for the MP40. But they're totally worth it. When I had my 75 gallon aquarium, one MP40 was good enough. It was awesome because you can do so much more with the programmability, and they're much stronger. Plus, there's no cords that go inside the water. It's all magnetic. Who are you? A Stormtrooper Darth Vader guy?
Yeah.
Oh my god, go get your brother. By the way, there's a video to the setup down below in the description. I set up that first MP40 and man, this stuff was just blowing off the rocks. It looked like a snow globe. My 125 gallon is a 6 feet wide, so not quite enough power to get from one end to the other with the MP40. So what do? You buy another MP40. Oh my god, you guys, okay, I didn't want to do this. I really didn't want to do this. But this is going to be awesome. You can sync them because they're wireless. One will be the master, one will be the slave, and they can basically work together. I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to have one on the reef setting at about 60 or 70% power, and I'm going to have the new one set at the, not the reef crest, but I think there's one called Lagoon. I can't remember. The thing I really love about these two is they have a nighttime mode where on the keypad you can program and you can set for 12 hours. It'll automatically go up. When you set it, it remembers the time that you set it at. So it'll automatically go down by, I think, 50% power. Setup guide. It's boxed really well. Here's your controller. You're gonna dial in, and this is gonna be all lit up, alright? You're gonna dial in your strength. This is 100%. This is 0%. And then this is, of course, gonna be powered. So you're gonna have a power cable coming here. This is gonna go to the pump. This is gonna connect on the outside of the glass. I like to keep this just under my tank. So I open the door and it's just right there on the ground. Out of sight, out of mind. This guy is gonna connect. They're magnets. It's really strong. So if these are allowed, some people say that these are allowed. All you have to do is slightly turn this a little bit. Alright? Because they'll vibrate. Just turn it to where it stops vibrating. But this is great because no cord gets in the water at all. This cord stays outside. This is outside. Put your hand in the tank and you just, they're magnetized. Then when this is powered on, this spins. They do come with different thicknesses. That what you're going to do is take this off. Depending how thick your glass is, you're going to put this on here, right? And then connect it like that. So I could feel that there's a lot less magnet attraction because you've got a spacer in there. So having two MP40s, one on each end, is going to be truly awesome. This hobby is too expensive. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button down below. By subscribing, you're alerted whenever we come out with new videos, which is every Saturday and Sunday. We do a reef talk show with Mile High Reefers. We give you guys some tips and tricks on saltwater aquarium care. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, like it, and when you like it, share it out. And I'll see you next Saturday.